You spend weeks doing planks, hundreds of crunches, and targeted leg lifts, yet the fat around your belly or your thighs remains exactly where it was when you started. This happens because of a specific, pervasive idea in the fitness industry: spot reduction. If miracle creams or localized crunches actually melted fat from one specific spot, everyone who ever laughed at a joke would have a six-pack. If you cannot force the body to burn fat in a target area, what is the body actually doing with that energy? And why is stubborn fat so fiercely defended? Accepting that spot reduction is a biological impossibility is the first step. To see results, you have to shift from localized effort to a total body strategy. Your body operates as a closed energy system. It prioritizes survival, which means it doesn't prioritize modern aesthetics. This is a systemic drain. Like a swimming pool losing water evenly, your body burns fat from everywhere at once. But storage is localized by your genetics. Men typically anchor stubborn fat in the stomach, while women retain it in the hips and thighs. No one is entirely exempt. You'll see these rules at work in universal markers like facial puffiness or neck fat, the places where the body often chooses to store energy first. Because your genetics control the map of where fat lives, attempting to outsmart your biology with targeted workouts is a mathematical dead end. To reach those localized spots, you have to keep the systemic drain running. The timeline begins the moment you enter a sustained calorie deficit, burning more energy than you consume through food. In phase 1, the body burns fat from non-priority areas. You'll notice changes in your face, or in your arms, or even your calves, areas that aren't usually your primary concern. This creates a psychological trap. Because you're looking at your problem areas and seeing no change, it's easy to assume the entire calorie deficit is failing. This graph shows the danger zone. As the marker drops past face and arm fat, you see real biological progress. But right here, impatience overrides biology at the quitting point. If you push past this, the line plummets to the final reserve: stubborn fat. Most people quit here not because the diet failed, but because they stopped the systemic drain right before it reached the bottom of the pool. Fitness failures are rarely caused by biological defects. They are usually caused by a behavioral error, letting impatience stop the process before the timeline can finish its job. There are no shortcuts or detox teas that change this. The only way to lose stubborn fat is losing all fat through a consistent calorie deficit. However, targeted exercises do have a productive role. They aren't fat burners, they are architectural foundation builders. Look at the underlying structure. Training expands the muscle layer, creating a rigid shape. Notice the fat layer on top remains undisturbed. As the systemic timeline ends, the thinning fat wraps tightly around the new muscle, revealing a defined look. Patience in this context isn't just waiting. It is a necessary biological mechanism required to reach the end of the energy reserve. By combining the structural growth of strength training with the biological process of a sustained calorie deficit, you change the shape of those stubborn areas from the inside out.